I'm gonna tell you what. After yesterday's experience, Kroger can suck it. And I've not even told you this story yet. I just
Right.
told you we're going to talk about Kroger and Meijer and Shipt and Instacart. But
I'm
you
looking forward
probably
to
know you probably know where this is going.
this.
I'm not someone that jumps on Yelp and leaves bad reviews. I don't like. I'm not going to go. I just can't go trash other people's businesses, especially small businesses. You got one bad experience, you move on, right? It's whatever. I'm just not that person. But yesterday left me so mad that I have to do this. And it starts with Kroger uses Instacart. Kroger is closest to my house. It's COVID and Delta and whatever. I'm still trying to stay away from people. If I can get curbside or things delivered to my home, I'll pay more just to not have to go out in public, right?
Right.
So I'm trying to, for my own health, not going into all the details. I'm just trying to stay away from people. So if I can get something delivered, I'll do it every single time. So I've been using Kroger for delivery, right? Which uses Instacart. Every time I use Kroger and Instacart, there's something that just doesn't work. Something goes wrong. But Kane, most of the time, it's the shopper. And I can't understand why there's always some issue with this. Let me bring you to yesterday at about mid-afternoon. Place an order for food. For a couple hours later, okay?
Yep.
4:30 or something, you get the little message that your shopper's shopping. Do your substitutions and whatever. Hour later, they checked out. Expect your stuff in a little while. You get a text message when they're on the way or something, right? Hour goes by, no text message, and it's you can imagine I'm a reasonably busy person. I got a lot of shit going on. Like, all right, I'll be patient. Another hour goes by. Now we're going on 6:30 ish, 7 o'clock,
Yeah.
and nothing. So I'm like, where are my groceries right now? I got cold food, frozen food. Is it sitting in a freezer somewhere, or is it sitting in someone's truck? Or their car trunk, and they're going to show up with room temperature eggs. Well, I got shit to do. I don't work 9 to 5. I work all day, night, or whatever. I do some work. Another hour goes by. Nothing. I basically forget about it at that point because I'm busy doing stuff. 9 o'clock rolls around. Still nothing. And it's like, well, I don't want to be putting groceries away at 11 o'clock at night.
Right.
So, I'm going to try to contact somebody from support. Right about the time you try to contact someone from support, another message pops up that someone's shopping for a substitution. And I'm like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
I thought this was already done shopping. So we're like, hey, we already went through this. And the shopper's like, well, oh wow, that's not good. like I'm trying to get food for me right now. I'm trying to get some food for my father. Like I'm trying to get
Yeah.
all this stuff taken care of because I do shopping for family and whatnot. And I'm at 9 o'clock at night, and no one knows what the hell's going on. So I got to call support. Call support. It said something like you could wait up to 40 minutes. Man, I'm not sitting on the phone at 10 o'clock at night to get a goddamn answer about something that should have been here 5 hours ago, right?
Yeah.
So I do the online thing, and I actually get someone on the online thing faster because this is what I've done in the past. Because the phone sucks, and I've had other issues with Instacart, so I know this process. Do the online form. Same time, someone on the phone answers, and I'm like, well, what should I do? Should I talk to you or talk to the person on the thing on the online?
Yeah.
And they're like, well, let me figure it out. And you can hear wind in the background. You can't hear anything the person's saying. I'm like, all I hear is wind. You're like, this dude's obviously outside right now doing customer service. Like, what are you outside at a picnic table having a smoke break, and you're trying to solve my problem outside on your phone? Like, And it's like, this person's silent on the phone for like 5 minutes. Like, are you there? I'm here. I'm working on it. I'm like, are you? And then finally, the person online, I'm like, just cancel the goddamn thing. I'm not going to deliver my groceries at 1 o'clock in the morning. So the online person takes care of it. And then I just told the person on the phone, and he's still like, well, then let me look into it. I'm like, I've been on the phone with you 10 minutes. You haven't had said shit. And you keep saying, I'll take care of it. And all I hear is when. I hung up. And I was like, holy shit. This is what it takes to try to get groceries. But this has been many times I've dealt with Instacart at my apartment in the city, at home, when I travel. Every time there's something. So it's like, what? Someone went and shopped for me and then just abandoned the shit? They didn't want to deliver it? Like, the Uber car that's like on the way to you, and then they cancel, and then you're sitting outside in the rain, like, and you got to wait another 20 minutes. But it's like, why didn't someone just call me when someone wasn't going to deliver it and say, hey, your groceries aren't coming? I just, man, there's like no check and balances with them. So I was like, F it.
Yeah.
Every time I use, and I hate Meijer, but I love Meijer now. I was just traveling, and I was in the middle of nowhere, and I was able to put an order in at like 8 p.m. in the middle of up north Michigan at a Meijer, and they delivered it by like 9:15.
Oh, wow.
I was like, what the hell? How can I be in the middle of nowhere up here and I get this shit in an hour? Every time I think Target uses Shipt, and Meijer, and I'm sure other people do. The people are like professional, they're courteous, they do the best substitutions. When they're shopping for your fruit, they try to get you the best stuff. They communicate. So it's like last night, I'm like, I took the same order and I put it in at Meijer, and they're like, well, be here between 8 and 9 a.m. This person shows up 8:05 a.m., picked out the best fruit you could possibly, communicated well, dropped everything you could expect. And it's like, of course, I'm going to tip this person extremely well. What is the difference between Shipt and Instacart then?
Yeah. I mean, we've pulled up this little quick look here, and you see some of the requirements to be an Instacart and a Shipt worker. It's a little bit of a difference. Maybe that's what's driving it.
I mean, I'm sure you need a reliable car to work at Instacart. Maybe the matrix just doesn't have all the information.
Yeah.
But my first thought is maybe, what's a valid driver's license and auto insurance? Maybe Instacart doesn't even check that.
Maybe
it's like anyone that signs up can like, maybe their background checks just aren't that thorough, and maybe they get more people to come work for them, but it's not the best people. Where Shipt kind of has this like, well, you need a driver's license, right?
Yeah.
Some basic stuff you're gonna need. You need auto insurance, and I think what they kind of do is maybe they're just weeding out people that aren't professional or kind of don't have their shit together. But it's consistently across the board. I've never had an issue with Shipt, but I've had so many issues with Instacart. The only thing I can think of is it's the people that they're hiring. So they're either not able to attract better people, or their hiring practices just are terrible, or both. Go sell them some stuff from Daggerfin, please.
Yeah.
But the problem is Kroger uses Instacart, and now I'm so mad at Kroger because you wasted my evening. It's just bullshit, man. I'm just not going to Kroger no more, and they let damage happen to their brand because of some other service provider. And I always think that's goddamn stupid in the business world. If you're gonna let damage happen, at least do it yourself. Don't let somebody else do it. So all that money I spend, again, I order food for a lot of people, especially during COVID, because the old timers don't want to go inside the stores and whatnot, and they can do curbside pickup, but if you're 80 years old, you're trying to use a mobile app, good luck with that shit.
Right.
So I'm just gonna order all this stuff from Meijer, and it's gonna come here, and I'm gonna tell people, hey, come to my house and come pick your stuff up. And I don't even like Meijer. Going inside of Meijer was like hell to me. I don't know why. I never liked going in a Meijer, but they got good food. They seem to always have better produce. The shit people are on top of it. Man, the whole experience is so much better. I just don't know how it could be so bad at Instacart. There's just two things, and maybe it's both. Maybe they just don't have great employer branding, so they don't attract good people, and the bar set so low to get a job there, they hire anybody. Well, this is what happens. So now I don't want to use Instacart, or I don't want to shop at Kroger anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, when you talk about employer brand here, I think of the talent pool that the Instacart Shifts are drawing from. It must be very competitive because I imagine it's the same pool of workers that have the option to drive an Uber or have the option to do a DoorDash. Like that pool it must be quite competitive. So you're right, somebody has to lose, and maybe your experience is indicative of right now at least Instacart not being able to attract the greatest talent. I also think that there's a case of vertical integration here. I've never used Shipt or Instacart, at least I don't think I have. But I will do like my groceries through Whole Foods sometimes, and their delivery and stuff is pretty smooth. I've never had the issues that you just spelled out. And my impression is that it's all vertical. I think they deliver it themselves. So maybe there's a case for that. Because you're right. If you let somebody ruin your brand like a Kroger does, or at least in this instance with an Instacart, like that's a terrible way to go about things.
I mean, I've done Whole Foods through the Amazon app, and it's been really smooth too.
Yeah.
Good on substitutions. They pick out good stuff. They deliver on time, and never had an issue with Whole Foods. My problem with Whole Foods is there's like just some basic shit that I want that they don't carry.
Like what?
Certain brands of things, right?
Yeah.
They miss a lot of common things that there's just certain brands, and they don't carry big national brands.
Yeah.
And a lot of times their stuff is just not. I think I got I'm saying it wrong, Cojita cheese from them. And I know I just screwed that name up, but you get the point. But it kind of tasted like that Parmesan cheese that comes in the Kraft shaker can. I'm sure it met whatever requirement, but it was like the 365. It just wasn't really authentic or good.
Oh yeah.
And there's just things that I want that I can't get there, so I got to go somewhere else, and I don't want to put 2 orders in. You end up I don't order from 3 goddamn places to get everything I need. It's kind of weird. So
true.
If I want some good produce and some organic this and that, Whole Foods does it, and I'll go there because I know the experience is going to be good. It's going to be a little more expensive. They're going to deliver it. It's going to be no issues. But every goddamn time I use Instacart, it's something, man. But last night was just, this is it. Hey, and the thing is, like, I'll give you an example. When it showed you the person on Instacart, it showed a picture of their hand.
Nice.
It was just a hand. There was no photo of the person or nothing. Like, I'm talking to a hand right now. Okay.
Yeah.
I just, my personal experiences aside, this is very small problems in the world. It's more about, I think about the business side of just letting someone else destroy your brand is just goddamn stupid.
Oh yeah.
How many times have you called somewhere and like the front, desk person at a restaurant was just rude?
Mm-hmm. Often.
Often. And then you're like, screw it, I'm not going to go to that place.
Mm-hmm.
So you're letting some person who's not going to be with you in 2 months probably destroy your business because they answered their phone rude, they treat your customers like crap, and then they're going to be gone anyways, and they're not going to sit around and deal with the repercussions of it. This has never made sense to me in any way, shape, or form. But businesses continue to do it.
Yeah. That's a really good story.
Yeah. Anyways, my thought is, go use Shipt. And if you use Instacart, expect your groceries to get shopped for and not be delivered. And
oh dear.
Do call customer service. There'll be some guy out in the middle of a park on a windy night saying he's going to fix your problem, but he doesn't talk.
Maybe he's just a hand. So.
Yeah, maybe it's just a hand. I don't know. Anyways, I'm done complaining. This is, small problems in the world.
All right, I'll catch you.